Welcome back to AFT Die Season 6. It is round 15, Monday the 9th of September 2024. The match of the round this round is the Lions versus St Kilda at the Gabba. It is there's only 3 rounds to go to the finals. Let's go to the first game. It is Melbourne versus West Coast at the MCG. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter's done. Melbourne, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 to West Coast, 4 goals, 4. Melbourne in front by 7 points. Second quarter. Melbourne. Okay, at half time, we've got Melbourne leading by 24 points, 65 to 41. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Melbourne, they kicked 1 goal, 6 to West Coast, 1 goal, 1. And at three-quarter time, West Coast are down by 29 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, West Coast won it. They kicked 3 goals, 2 to Melbourne and 1 goal, 4. But in the end, Melbourne have won by 19 points. All right. Final scores, Melbourne 11-21, 87 to West Coast Eagles 10-8, 68. Okay, let's go to the next game. It is North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. We've got North Melbourne. They've kicked 5 goals, 5 to Port Adelaide, 2 goals, 4. North Melbourne are leading by 19 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, North Melbourne, they've kicked 4 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 1-3. Half time, North Melbourne are leading by 35 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, even, 2-1 apiece. Still 35 points the difference. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Port Adelaide, they kicked 2 goals, 1 to North Melbourne, 1-2. But in the end, North Melbourne have won by 31 points. North Melbourne final scores 12-9, 81 to Port Adelaide 7-9, 51. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Hawthorn versus Carlton at Marvel Stadium. We've got Hawthorn kicking 6 goals, 4 to Carlton, 2 goals, 5 in that first quarter. North Melbourne are up. Hawthorn are up by 23 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Carlton, they've kicked 3 goals, 4 to Hawthorn, 2 goals, 2. And at half-time, Hawthorn are leading by 15 points, 54 to 39. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Carlton, they've kicked 5 goals, 3 to Hawthorn, 5 goals, 1. It is 13 points the difference. Carlton are trailing 72 to 85. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Carlton, they got over the top of Hawthorn. They kicked 5 goals, 3 to Hawthorn, 2 goals, 5. And in the end, Carlton have won by 3 points. Hawthorn, they kicked 15 goals, 12, 102 to Carlton, 15 goals, 15, 105. All right. Carlton got over the top of Hawthorn. Let's go to the next game. It is Adelaide versus Fremantle. And the first quarter's done. Fremantle, they've kicked 5 goals, 5-35 to Adelaide, 4-5, 29. Fremantle are up by 6 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 5 goals, 3 to Fremantle, 4 goals, 2. Adelaide are in front at halftime, 62 to 61. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 4 goals, 6 to Fremantle, 4 goals, 2. And at 3/4 time, Adelaide are up by 5 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Fremantle, they got over the top. They kicked 6 goals, 6 to Adelaide, 2-3. And in the end, Fremantle have won by 22 points. Adelaide 15-17, 107. The Fremantle 19-15, 129. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus Geelong. And Geelong, they've kicked 5 goals, 4 to Essendon, 3 goals, 1 in that first quarter. Geelong are up by 15 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Essendon, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Geelong, 3 goals, 5. And at half time, Essendon, they've come back and are in front by 1 point. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Geelong, they've kicked 4 goals, 3 to Essendon, 3 goals, 5. And at 3/4 time, Geelong are in front by 3 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Essendon have won by 10 points. They kicked 6 goals, 5 to Geelong, 4 goals, 4. Final scores, Essendon 18-14, 122 to the Cats, 16-16, 112. All right, let's go to the next game. It is match of the round. It's Brisbane versus St Kilda at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 4 goals, 3 to St Kilda, 1 goal, 1. And Brisbane are up by 20 points at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 6 goals, 1 to St Kilda, 5 goals, 5. And at halftime, Brisbane are leading by 22 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 3 to St Kilda, 2 goals, 2. And at 3/4 time, St Kilda are trailing by 41 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, Brisbane, they've won the quarter and won the game. They kicked 5 goals, 5 to St Kilda, 3 goals, 3. But in the end, Brisbane have won by 55 points. Brisbane, 20 goals, 12, 132 to St Kilda, 11-11, 77. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Richmond versus Gold Coast Suns at the MCG. Gold Coast, they've kicked 6 goals, 4 to Richmond, 4 goals, 4. 12 points the difference to Gold Coast. Richmond, they've kicked 2 goals, 2 to 1-3. And at halftime, Gold Coast are up by 7 points, 49-42. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Gold Coast, they've won it by a point. 1-6 they kicked to Richmond 1-5 in that third quarter. 8 points the difference. Gold Coast are in front. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Gold Coast, they got over the top. They kicked 2 goals, 6 to Richmond, 1 goal, 6. And in the end, Gold Coast have won by 14 points. A few upsets. Richmond final score 8-17, 65 to Gold Coast, 10-19, 79. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Western Bulldogs versus Collingwood. Western Bulldogs, they kicked 3 goals, 3, 21 to Collingwood, 1-8. 13 points of difference. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Collingwood, 4 goals, 4 to Western Bulldogs, 4 goals, 1. And the Bulldogs are in front by 10 points at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Collingwood, they've kicked 6 goals, 2 to Bulldogs, 1 goal, 4. And Bulldogs are down by 18 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Collingwood got over the line by 11 points. Bulldogs, they kicked 2 goals, 4 to Collingwood, 1-3 in that last quarter. But in the end, Collingwood have won by 11. Western Bulldogs final scores 10-12, 72 to Collingwood, 12-11, 83. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's GWS Giants versus Sydney Swans, the Battle of the Bridge. Let's go to the first quarter. Giants, they've kicked 5 goals, 1, 31 to Sydney, 128. Giants are up by 23 points. Second quarter, Sydney, they've kicked 6 goals, 5 to Giants, 5 goals, 3. And Sydney are down by 15 points at halftime. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Giants, they've kicked 5 goals, 1 to Sydney, 1-4. And the Giants are in front by 36 points at three-quarter time. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Giants, they kicked 5 goals, 3 to Sydney, 3 goals, 6. But in the end, Giants have won by 45 points. Giants, final scores, 20 goals, 8, 128 to Sydney Swans, 11-17, 83. All right, that concludes round 15. We've seen Sydney get knocked out of the 8. North Melbourne have gone in. Brisbane are the informed side with 7 wins. Before that, St Kilda had 11 wins in a row, and they've lost the last 2 games. The top 4 is Melbourne on top. So St Kilda have lost top spot. We've got St Kilda second. Their percentage is below 100. Hawthorn third. Brisbane fourth. Richmond fifth. West Coast sixth. Carlton seventh. And rounding out the 8 is North Melbourne. And we've got Port Adelaide still on the bottom of the ladder. All right. We've got Brisbane as the number 1 offense team now, with North Melbourne the number 1 defense team. The match of the round in round 16 is Melbourne versus Sydney Swans. So Sydney will probably have to win that, and probably the last game of the home and away season. But it's getting really exciting. We'll see you next time on AFT Die Season 6, round 16 on Friday, the 13th of September, 2024.